Welcome back, nail crew. Do you guys remember this set? It's 3 weeks old, and finally I have time to do a fill. So in this video we are going to do a fill and make these nails look good again. So if you want to watch that, then stay tuned. All right, gang, so giving you guys a close-up so you guys can just see how much these nails really have grown out. She does have a broken tip on the pointer finger, but the nails look really good. There's no lifting, and all her stones are still intact. So that's the most important part. All the stones were still there, guys, and they look really good, and there's no lifting. So I went ahead and removed all the stones off camera, filed down the color. This was done with colored acrylic, so I had to really file that layer off. I do want to say, a lot of you guys keep asking me how I hold my stones on. And I do have a video showing you guys how I make my bling gel and all of that. When you put the bling gel on with hard gel, I'm telling you guys, they will not come off. 3 weeks later, no stones missing at all. The downside to that, though, is when you want to remove them, they do not come off. And it is a struggle. Sometimes it takes I'm not even lying, depending on how many stones you put on there, 20, 30 minutes to remove all the stones. And it's very frustrating and it's tedious. And it kind of makes me don't even want to use bling sometime, you know? So this time, to remove the bling, I just drill them off. And that's what I've been doing lately. I literally have a drill bit that's kind of old and worn out. And I use that to just file right over the stones and just file them off. So when you're doing that to remove your stones, make sure you wear goggles. I got me a pair of goggles from Walmart in the hardware section. Wear goggles because I don't want nobody to go blind. But yeah, all the bling and just everything is going to be popping all over the room. And there is a chance that you could get some in your eye. I know I got a little piece in my eye one time. I thought I was going to go blind. I felt like my eye hurted for 3 days. Really, guys, I'm laughing now, but it wasn't funny when it happened. It really wasn't funny. So make sure you guys wear your goggles and a mask when you do this. Okay, so that's what I had on when I was removing the bling in my niece. I didn't have an extra pair of goggles. Maybe I need to purchase an extra pair of goggles. But anyway, so I didn't have one for her. And she kind of was turning her face, trying to make sure she doesn't go blind. But yeah, she literally was trying to, if she could have turned her neck 180 degrees, she definitely would have. She was leaning way back trying to make sure her face was safe from the bling. So anyway, long story short, you can adhere your stones the way I do. You definitely will have long lasting bling. I can promise you that. But again, when you go to remove them, just be careful. If you use pliers to remove them, you risk the chance of cutting somebody. So that's a hazard. If you use the drill to remove them, you might get it in your eye. So that's a hazard. So definitely adhere your stones with hard gel at your own risk. Woo! That was a mouthful. So anyway, you guys watched me prep her nails, and I prep the way I always do. Push back the cuticles, blend in the tip to the natural nail plate, remove the shine from the natural nail plate. Make sure you use that cuticle drill bit to really remove the dead skin and tissue off the nail plate. Then you go in with the ball bit and you smooth out the eponychium, the cuticle area. Make sure everything looks nice so that you have less work to do in the end, but also the nails won't lift that way. So now I'm taking my hand file and I'm just giving her a quick little shape. So the previous set of nails, they were really long and they were stiletto. But now she wants short and coffin. So I'm like, okay, great. She does, for her lifestyle, I'm so surprised that none of her nails broke off or lifted off because she works at Publix. She's a bagger and the person that does the carts and stuff like that. So there's a lot of hand work to be done being a bagger, being the cart person. There's a lot of work that she does with her hands. She's very heavy handed. So I think this length and shape is a lot more, it makes more sense for her. So last time when she was here, and I tried to get her to do a shorter length. I really did, y'all, but she was not having it. She wanted them long and she wanted them stiletto. And I was like, okay, girl, I'm going to give you what you want. I'm going to give you what you want. So she wore them. She rocked them. She held on to them every stone. I mean, she did lose a little bit of the tip of that pinky you guys saw, but I mean, hey, you know, whatever. That was that. But all in all, she showed me that she could handle long nails. And hey, I'm just gonna shut up. She told me she want long next time. I'm gonna do long because she could definitely handle it. But I feel like this length is definitely more appropriate for her. So anyway, you guys saw me spray her hands. The solution that I was using was the alcohol and acetone mix. So it's my sanitizer and my dehydrator mixed in the spray bottle. Same thing that I use in the pump bottle, guys. Okay, so don't get confused. I have the same mixture in my pump bottle as I do in my spray bottle. It's just whichever one I reach for first. But it's literally the same thing, my sanitizer and dehydrator. So I cleaned her hands and I dehydrated the nail plate all in one step. Now I'm going in with my primer. So the primer that I'm using today is No Lifts. There are many primers that you see me use all the time. I think they all work great. It's just a personal preference, you know, just whatever one that you have access to, whatever is more affordable. They all work great. I don't have anything bad to say about any of the primers that I have tried so far. So just get what is convenient for you guys to get, whatever is in your price budget, things like that. But I do have an Amazon storefront link or my Amazon faves link in the description box below. If you click it and go to primers, you'll see a bunch of other primers that I do recommend. So I did one layer of the primer. I let that dry, and then I'm doing one layer of my base coat gel polish. The base coat gel polish that I'm using today is called Rubber Base Gel from the Gel Bottle Inc. Any base coat will work. I get that question all the time. Any base coat will work for this. I just personally love this one, okay? It's like one of my favorites, but I do have other runner-ups. And you guys could watch that video. I'll leave a link in the description box if you have not caught that video. But I did test all of my base coats, okay? And I do have a couple favorites. So you guys can watch that and pick one of your faves and use that if you cannot afford this particular brand, okay? So anyway, I did one coat of that base coat, let it dry in the lamp for 60 seconds. You do not remove the sticky inhibition layer. You leave that on. That's going to attract the next layer. So that's going to attract the acrylic and it's going to make everything stick together and you're going to have a long lasting nail. You guys just saw my niece's nails 3 weeks later. So much grow out and the nails still look good enough to go for another week. And trust me, this is a great method, especially this method is really good for people who always have their hands in water. Definitely hairdressers, housekeepers. I would say like if you're a chef or a cook or something, or even if you're a nurse or someone that has to wash their hands all the time. Definitely, if you have a client like that and you notice that they're always lifting, try to base their nails with a base coat. Just try it one time and I feel like you won't be disappointed. Like you just will not be disappointed. I did it one time and then I was hooked and now I'm like, okay, this is it. This is my way to do nails from now on. One coat of primer, one coat of base coat, and then you go on top and you put your acrylic or your gel or your poly gel or whatever you're doing. I always prep the same and I always use a base coat. I always use a base coat of gel now. So anyway, guys, the acrylic that I'm using is my clear acrylic from Almond Stiletto. You guys already know that by now. I love this stuff. It goes on so nicely, so creamy. It just works and blends very well. If you want to purchase or if you want to try this acrylic system, link is in the description box below. Just click on it and yeah, just purchase. And thank you in advance. So anyway, listen, guys, this is my niece. She's very indecisive. She's a Libra. Libras are indecisive. I too am a Libra. I too am very indecisive. That is like the hallmark or one of the like distinguishing things about our zodiac sign. Very indecisive, man. There's a lot of great things about us. There's literally a lot of great things. I think we are one of the best signs. Okay, just say it. Just say it. Don't debate me either. Don't debate me, because I will go toe to toe with you in the comments about that. Okay, hashtag Team Libra. I'm not playing. I don't play about my sign. I don't play by my side, y'all. I don't play about my side. But I will say we're very, very, very indecisive. So my niece, yo, she get on my nerves. Andrea, if you watching, girl, you get on my nerves and you know it. So this girl sent me a picture like 2 or 3 days ago and was like, this is what I want. It was beautiful. It was a matte black nail with like a little gold glitter on one of the nails. So all of the nails were matte black, and then they were coffin and like just a little shiny nail with glitter. And I just thought it was so beautiful, so simple. And I was like, okay, great, let's do that. I don't have any black acrylic, but I was thinking of 2 options. Okay, so the first option, I was going to make black acrylic. I was going to mix it on camera so that you guys could see me mixing the black for her and then see me use it, all right? So that was going to be my first idea that I was tossing around. Like, okay, she want black acrylic. I'm going to make it bop, 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 boop, boop, boop. Like I had the whole plan. And then my other plan was to do a thin layer of clear acrylic, paint it with gel polish that was black, and then encapsulate it with clear acrylic so that it gives the overall look of a black acrylic. So those were my 2 ideas that I was going to do to get her the look she wanted. So, okay, so she gives me the picture like 3 days before, like she texted to me, and I'm looking at it and I'm like getting everything set up. So if somebody sends me a picture of what they want, what I do, I have these little buckets in my nail room. I put everything in the bucket that I think I would need for that set. So I'm not like getting up every 5 minutes like, oh, I forgot this. Oh, I forgot that. So I put everything she could possibly want in the bucket. Okay. And I put the bucket by my nail table. So that way I can just put my hand in the bucket and just get whatever I need. And it's just easy. I look cohesive. I look like I know what I'm doing. Right. So tell me why she sits down and I'm starting to do her nail. Like the fill is already happening, right? Like, okay, we're like 2 minutes from applying the black. That's how far we are along in the set. And she says, Nikki. What, Andrea? Like that's how I talk to her when I'm doing her nails, because it's always something. What, girl? And she just started laughing because we go through this all the time. So she's like, you know what, Nikki? What, Drea? You're gonna hate me. What, Drea? Well, I'm just gonna let you do whatever you want to do because I don't really want the black anymore. I said, girl, I already knew it. I already knew she wasn't gonna want the black because we go through this. Listen, if I'm lying, I am flying right now. If I'm lying, I'm flying. We go through this all the time. She sent me exactly what she want. I say, Drea, this is what we're gonna stick to. She sit down right before I do what she asked me to do. She changes her mind. So that's why. Yo, I deal with this all the time. So that's why I didn't pre-mix the black, because I already had an idea she was going to change her mind. Okay, so I didn't pre-mix the black, and I'm glad I did not pre-mix that black, because I would have had all this black acrylic and I had nobody to do black nails to. Not to mention, I just ordered a bunch of acrylic, and one of the colors I ordered is black. So I was going to make a small amount of black to hold me over until my shipment came in. But I'm so glad I didn't waste my time. Oh my gosh. So I said, okay, Drea. Okay, so I added the clear to fill her nails in, right? Then I had to go over to my drawer where I keep all my colored acrylics. And I'm like, okay, well, give me an idea of what color you're looking for. And she starts spitting out all kind of colors that don't even match, colors don't go together. I said, okay, never mind. I said, never mind, Drea. Never mind. I'm going to pick what colors I want. And she said, okay. She said, okay, Nikki, you just do whatever you want. You just do whatever you want. So I said, great. That sounds like a plan. So I threw a bunch of blues in my bucket, and I took the bucket over and I showed her the blues or whatever. She was like, oh, yeah, those look nice. Those look nice. So I was like, okay, great. So I have a blue, I have a glitter, and we could like really, really like make this work. So then I just started like doing her nails or whatever, and she looking at them and she's like, yeah, like she's smiling. So I'm glad, I'm glad she liked them, because literally we fight like all the time when it comes to making her mind up. Oh my gosh. But anyway, so I got her right. And then let me just point out the blue glitter, the glitter that I'm applying now, that is Dip Acrylic, and it's from the company Sparkle & Co. I do have a coupon code for Sparkle & Co. If you love this color, use my coupon code and you can purchase it. The other blue, guys, and if you look at the pointer finger, do you see it changing colors? So the other blue I got from Yayoge, and I do have a coupon code for Yayoge as well. So coupon code and all of that good stuff will be in the description box. So anyway, I forgot that this was like a color changing polish, like the blue. Like I just totally forgot, because on the bottle, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't even say like the name of this color. It's just blue. So I was like, okay, it's blue. I'm going to use it. So I put it on her nail. And you guys who do nails, you know that when the acrylic is drying or curing, it emits heat. So it warms up, just like when you put your gel nails into the lamp and it warms up. Acrylic, when the monomer hits it and it's setting or curing, it also gives off heat, so it warms up. So anyway, this acrylic in the heat turns white, and I was like, what the hell? Like, I'm looking at her nails, I'm like, what the hell? Like, I know I'm putting it on and it's blue, right? So then I'm doing the next finger, and I just happen to look at the previous finger, and it's white or turning gray before it turns back blue. So it goes from blue to white, and then from white to gray back to blue. So it's either white or gray when I'm looking at it. And I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? And she looking at it, and she was like, yo, that's kind of cool though. And I'm like, yeah, but that's strange. And then I was like, oh yeah, never mind. Like, I remembered what was happening. So I was like, okay. So I explained it to her. I was like, oh yeah, this is color changing. So when you're warm, it will be one color, and then when you're cold or room temperature or whatever, it'll be like this blue. So she just thought that was the coolest thing ever, which is great. Because that's crazy. Like, if you're doing a set of nails on someone and they don't want it to turn, what do you do? Then you got to file it all off. Oh my God, that would have been a hot mess. So I'm glad she ended up liking the color change, because I really did not want to redo her nails. I didn't want to be like confused again as to what we're gonna do. Like, no. So it all worked out in the end. She was pleased that it turned colors, and I was like, okay, cool. I like it too. We both like it. Let's go. So I'm using my XVX Builder Gel to hold on my blings today. So I usually use as my bling gel, guys. If you guys watch any of my previous videos or you watch my bling gel video, I either use hard gel from Yayoge. That is my favorite, because you get a large amount for super, super cheap, and that thing works. So I either use hard gel from Yayoge, or I use my Builder in a Bottle from Madam Glam. Both of those companies I have codes for. So figure it out. Get whichever one you want to get. I do recommend Yayoge though, because it's a lot cheaper, more affordable. You get a bunch of it. But with Madam Glam, the shipping is a little bit faster. So, I mean, you got to weigh your options. You're either going to pay more and get it sooner, or pay a lot less. But, you know, it's just going to take some time before it gets to you. So anyway, the gel that I'm using today is from the XVX system, and I'm just testing it out to see how well it's going to hold my stones on. So we'll see in another 2 or 3 weeks. Hopefully we don't lose any stones. And yeah, so I'm pretty much doing a little experiment for you guys to see if this is just as good as my other 2 favorite bling gels. And hopefully it is, because there's a lot of it in here. And yeah, this would be a great use for it to hold my bling on. So the bling pattern that I'm doing is just kind of random. You know how I do. I just be doing stuff. The whole set is random, guys. You already know. When you come here, it's no planning, right? It's no planning. I will get better and start planning things out, but I'm not there yet. Today is just a wing it. It's always a wing it, and it's always random. So it's coming out very nice, though, and she loves it. She's just looking and smiling. And now I'm going on top with the top coat. No Wipe top coat from Princess Nails by Diana. I really love this top coat, guys. I can't say it enough. I know you guys are probably like, yeah. She just says that because they're friends. But honestly, you guys see me use it like almost every set. I would not be using it on everybody if I didn't like it. So I actually do like it a lot. It stays shiny for a long time, and the base coat is very strong, very nice, very creamy. You guys just have to try it. And I believe she's having a sale right now, and I do have a coupon code to her company as well. See all these coupon codes I'm giving you, all this money saving I'm giving you guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. Look at that middle finger turning gray, so it's about to turn back to blue, I think. But then look at the ring finger. Okay, it's turning gray now. It was just like kind of white. So it's so cool. It's like giving all these different looks, right? Oh my God, this is so cute. She can't stop saying how cute this set looks. Like, she keeps saying like, oh my God, I love it, Nikki. I love it.
I hate when you put this oil on and watch it grow out next week.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does.
The oil is good for you.
No, I hate the oil.
It don't make your nails grow that quick.
Yes, it does. I give it a week tops, 2 weeks. It's like the magic oil. It's making it grow extra fast. Oh, God.
Jaden say the same thing. Jaden say the same thing. One of the ingredients is castor oil in it.
Yeah, that's it right
there. You know, castor oil makes your hair grow real good.
I still got castor oil in my hair. I gotta wash out.
But at the end of the day, he unites us.
These are adorable. Let me put a little lotion on your. What do you guys think so far, nail crew? You heard her complaining about the cuticle oil. Her and Muffin, they always say that they hate when I put the cuticle oil on their nails. They feel like it makes it grow too fast, and it could be the castor oil. Castor oil is one of the ingredients, and we all know castor oil is really good for growing your hair. So they feel like because of that, it makes their nails grow too fast. They always have an insane amount of grow out, blah, blah, blah. So every time I go to put the cuticle oil on them, they're always fussing at me, but I gotta do it because it's good for your cuticles. I always have to fuss at them. I'm like, come on, let me put the cuticle oil. Plus, it looks good in the picture, so give me your hands and let me put this oil on. But yeah, they hate it. And literally after I take the picture, they wipe it off. They wipe it off. They feel like it just makes their nails grow a little bit too quick, and they just don't like that. So they always wipe it off. But at least they let me take a good photo before they do. What can I say? Well, nail crew, that is a wrap. Thanks for rocking with me until the end. I love you guys so much, so much, so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I upload next. And I'll see you next time. Bye!